Hi, I'm Michael Nadlin from Market Lead, and today's video is the 3 truths about the future of advertising. Now, these aren't my ideas, but they are quite universal ideas. I actually got them from this book called Unlevel the Playing Field, which is a great book about the future of advertising, but just the future of automation in general. So I'm just going to take you through a few slides now about what they are and then the downsides. And then tomorrow, this will be the second part, will be the things you can actually do to mitigate those risks and actually gain more from this automation first world we're going into. So let's jump into a few slides now and go through it together. The 3 truths about the future of advertising. So, the 3 truths. Firstly, ad platforms will continue to automate. This is something we continue to see, this is the future of all industries. Automation, AI, and deep learning. The human pushing the buttons won't be able to keep up with all that, automation that we've got there, or even perform at the same level. So it's just purely the forces of the market moving towards this. The second will be advertisers will have less access to data. Privacy concerns, regulations, third-party cookies potentially going. They keep saying that. The use of data modeling cohorts of users, and then also platforms not wanting you to mess up their perfect machines with your biases or flawed logic. So this is a big one. There's 2 sides to it. Definitely the privacy concern is changing. Third-party cookies are potentially leaving, but then that's moving into the data modeling and cohorts of users, which technically isn't real data. Like, it is data, but it's modeled data, not real data. So then if you're making changes and optimizations more on that, you're less likely to have real data available. At the same time, the platforms don't want you to mess up the machines in terms of they want to spend your money. They do want to get you your results, but if you keep optimizing things, there's a probability you're actually going to be spending less time and less money with them. Now, the next part is, you know what time it is. I'll keep it quick. If you like this, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay up to date with the latest and greatest Google Ads and paid ads advertising strategies. And then the next part is, it's your time to be number 1. So Market Lead is now taking on new clients. So if you're serious about increasing sales, customers, and scaling your business, book in a strategy session with one of our senior specialists. You'll get a free strategy session, get your free action plan. It's the best thing you can do for your business. Go to marketlead.com.au. Now we'll keep going on. And the third one is advertisers' control over targeting, bidding, and even messaging will keep decreasing. So similar to point 1, which was ad platforms will continue to automate, it's just you're not going to have as much access. You're going to reduce the ability of human input, which also reduces the probability of human errors, which also goes to part 2, which will have access to less data. And when you've got less data, you can't be making these creative decisions and other decisions because the data is not available. And then realistically, with everything changing, the targeting, the bidding, and even the messaging, the automation will be more agile and dynamic for real-time changes. So in the past with humans, you can't do real-time. You can do post the fact or like past analytics. But now with all the different data points that the platforms have, they can make real-time changes to show the right ad to the right person at the right time. So all platforms will take away control from advertisers, and rarely do they give them back. This is what I've been seeing on Google Ads and all platforms over years. Now, they're saying for different reasons, but at the end of the day, the control is being taken away. So why all these 3 things? The top ad platforms are some of the highest revenue companies in the world. They're the top investors and users of AI, more than medical and cars and everything, and they make the most revenue from it. You look at Facebook, you look at Google, 2 of the highest revenue generating companies in the world, purely from ad sales, but then most importantly, from the automation from those. So the last thing is automation works when the humans work it properly, which goes into our next video, what you can do. So the thing about automation is it does work. All these things might not be that great. Advertisers losing control over targeting, bidding, and messaging. Advertisers will have less access to data, and ad platforms will continue to automate. But the reason this is happening is because it does work. And when it does work, people get better results, but it's a garbage in, garbage out mentality. So when you have the right inputs, the right assets, the right creative, the right budgets, everything, the right website, the right third-party data or first-party data that you're pushing back in, the automation works. The problem is a lot of people are not willing to let go of the control because they haven't really experienced and experimented. Years ago, Google's automation was horrible. Now it's really good. I'm using on most of my clients and getting amazing results, but I still make sure that I have control to an extent. So when you work it properly, it does work, which is what our next video will be about, is how do you work it properly? So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got any questions or comments, chuck them below. If you like this video, like it, but most importantly, subscribe to it. So we'll leave it there. Have a great day and enjoy.